What's good, everybody? Welcome back. Been a minute. So, as you can tell from the title, it's Mermail's, an updated version from what I was playing before. This deck has grown again on me. I love the deck. I always love Mermail's. Mermail's has a special place in my heart. Poseidra being released is, wow, that card is nuts. If you know anything about the deck, you understand how good that card is. So because of that, I decided to pick it up again, practice it more, play a little bit more, and I'm starting to grind it more. I'm really considering this deck as an option for YCS Houston, because I'm going to put most of my time and effort into learning this more and getting better with the grinding, siding patterns, yada yada yada. The idea of this deck came from Gunther. El Salvador's where it started, where I piqued my interest again, and I'm using most of his list from YCS Las Vegas, I believe it is. Just very minor changes. I'm definitely going to change around the side deck more from what I have now. I did change, I think, 3 cards, I believe. And I changed 1 card in the main. But I think I'm going to have to do more testing, because that Odeon deck, or whatever the hell, that Temple King deck, that deck is kind of crazy from what I've been watching. So more of that. And I need more practice against Malice. Now, I did take this deck to Philly, the regional. And my loss were to a Solemn Judgment, Game 3 on my Prince. And then Shifter Ash Impulse, round 7 versus Malice. So pretty much things out of my control. Back row move was another thing that I am thinking about. Malice is another issue, but it's hard to tell because a lot of my playtesting, like, you can't tell what you're gonna play against in any round. You just can't. But majority of Philly was Malice. Like, it's all over. I think I played 5 Malice decks and I lost to 1. Like, I didn't play no fun decks. That's the first regional that I've been to that I didn't play no fun decks. It was just Ryzeal and Malice. Outside of the Solemn Judgment, I beat every Ryzeal. And outside of my man having the God Hand, I beat every Malice. Breaking the board is easy. It's funny. I love going Deep Sea Minstrel, and my opponent goes, yeah, we'll go to game 2. Cool. You know, you can't really complain when they do that. You know, it's a free game 1. And all you gotta do is just break their board and win. So I'm gonna show you this. Again, I like this deck, and I'm gonna keep practicing it. I'm like 85% sure I want to play this for Texas. And yeah, leave your comments below if you have any suggestions or anything to test, and I will also share my opinion on what I want to change or test if I think of anything. So start off, play the Charmies, play the Swallows, you play the 3 Perulias, 3 Ash as the monster hand traps. Getting into the water part, you play 3 Prince. Obviously you have to. The 1 infantry still, I don't think we'll change that. I think that's still needed as 1. I can see 2 coming up, but not enough time for me to actually want to do it. We have Triple Dragoons, obviously. One of the best water cards in the game. We have 3 Shrine. This card is just crazy. The reason why I have picked up, again, Poseidra. There's never a time where I want 3. I watch a lot of Mermail videos where people say 3 is good, or they'll just play like the 1. But I think 2 is correct. I have no complaints on that. I don't ever see myself wanting to play 1, and I don't see myself ever needing to play 3. But more testing will determine that, obviously. If you want to be successful in Yu-Gi-Oh, you gotta play test, and that's the only way you're gonna find out your own ratios and stuff like that. Play the 3 Shadow Squad, 3 Pike. Seeing that, you know I play Colocanth. Play the 3 Tejas, the 1 Minstrel, the Gluttonous, Colocanth, and the Molan Glacier. I don't know how some people don't play this. I don't. Having the potential to rip 2 cards, you know, and it's great. Like, if you know they go Ash and you play through the Ash, and you just rip their hand. I think it's crazy. I think it's really good. Sometimes I do set it out though. Like if I'm going second, I sometimes really set it out because I assume they're gonna waste their hand or it's just not very needed as much. But that's just me. For the spells, play the pot, the call by, the 1-for-1, and 3 talent. Surprisingly, at the regional, a lot of people got caught off guard with 3 talent. But hey, card is nice for a reason. And the last 3 cards are 3 imperms. Move on to the extra deck. Play the white aura and the Changing for the synchros. Play the Mermail King, Coral, Abyss Lacia, Abyss Keeper. Surprisingly, his effect to banish came up. And I hated having to summon this. I hated drawing Coelacanth. But it happens. That's why we play this. Obviously, 2 Bahamut Shark, 2 Totally Awesome, the Dweller, the Trait, Sidra, Gaios. And now this might be weird for a lot of people, but I play Typhon. This is one of the changes I did after the regional because I was playing Metatronus, so this was Detonator. So I put in Typhon because I noticed in a lot of my games where I was like, where it should have been a 2-0 if I would have just played this. I was like, you know what? Why not? I put it in because instead of having like no plays that I'm gonna lose to Dweller, Detonator, or whatever the case may be, I could just normal summon a monster. And a lot of people are not Dwellering on standby or draw phase. They're waiting for main phase. So I could just normal summon, let's say Pike, and I pitch Dragoons or whatever the case may be. They go Dweller there. So I'm like, okay. I make the Typhon. I crack over the Dweller, and then effect bounce. And that would clear the board. But this is what I've been learning through testing. So I'm gonna try this out. I think this is really good. The only other option I would believe in trying is SP Little Knight. But I'm not sure. I want to try this out. I think this came up a lot more at the regional where I wish I would have had this. So why not, right? Doesn't hurt to try. That's how you learn. You test. Let it fail in testing. And as for the side, the mandatory, you gotta play Lancia. Malice's turn skip. 3 Meows. This card is alright. To be honest, I might make this Phantasme. Phantasme does give me the body and allows me to draw more than this would. Because when they do the Detonator no, not Detonator, I'm bugging. The Link Decoder combo, that's 2, so you'll draw 3. Realistically, when you do this, you draw, I think it's 1. Because then they just normal summon like a hand trap. Well, that's what happened to me this whole weekend at the regional. Every time I played them, they normal summon Ash or Ogre, and they already had their 1 body that they gave me. So it was like, I don't know. Phantasme is something I want to test. I think it's really good. So these were Metatronus, but I put these in instead. So I think this, if I make this Phantasme combined with this, it'd be perfect. Because then that's already 2 bodies. And Mermail's just a beatdown deck. I can make 2 level 7s, Poseidra, or whatever the case may be, and just crack without even summoning 5 times. So this is what I'm going to test. I like the idea. And you know what? Fuck Shifter. Another card that I agree with every player that does say this, that does play Mermail. I believe this is a staple in your side. I think you have to play this card. Only for the fact that hitting that Dweller is just crazy. You know, they think they're protected because they have that Dweller. Nah, chill, bang, take it out. And then I saw the 3 impulses. I might take these out. I think there could be something different. I don't know if I really like this in the side, to be honest. But it might be good because of that trap deck, the Odeon Temple of King deck. You know, being able to stop those traps. I'm not sure. I haven't played against it not once yet. But it's something that I am gonna try to test. I am going to decide is where there's a lot more work needs to be done. I think the main deck is perfect right now. So we're going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to try to start streaming Dueling Book so y'all can witness the grind. You know, we can do it together. And see if I can do it again. See if I can top with Mermails one more time in 2025. But yeah, that's the deck profile. Like I said before, if you have any suggestions, comments, ideas for me to try, leave them in the comment section below. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and like the video. Yeah. Thanks. Till next time.